What's up? Hey, what's up? I want to talk about some things in this video. You know what I'm saying? Just like my other videos. And it's interesting because this is one of my most meta like videos. But at the same time, I feel I do sometimes I be fearing, but I do feel some type of optimism with this video because it's in the past days or so, I've been feeling a little bit down in the dumps. But I'm sort of realizing some sort of lesson through the struggle. And there's something to be said here that I think a lot of people would like to hear. So that's what I'm going to kind of go for in this video. So let's start this video by saying this video is going to be, it will just be pretty meta. Like I'm just going to be talking about, you know, like myself and specifically, relating even to the channel and all this different stuff. It's going to be kind of like we really just talking. So here's the thing. I have kind of been in this place where I've thought about a lot of things around like different ways to live your life, you know? And when you get into these like things where you think about how you should live your life, I've gone down different ways to think about my life through the years. And you know what I'm saying? I got a lot more years of my life to go, but even so, with this amount of time, I still thought about a lot of ways to live my life. And there's sort of a kind of conclusion. This feels like a conclusion to the other videos almost, in a weird way. Because the other videos, I talked about separate topics, but this kind of like pulls them all together into one kind of cohesive like unit right now, you know? So in a sense, I'm trying to say that I'm kind of repeating topics, but I'm kind of coming to a conclusion, you could say. And specifically, it's a video that really touches on, I believe, the last video talking about leaving the world. But it goes actually kind of more in depth a little bit into that type of topic. So I thought about, and we're going to touch on a bunch of stuff here, but I thought about the fact that, there's two often options in life that people get into. There's two often options. There's one is you want to chase comfort. So comfort matters a lot to you. So you want to chase comfort. You want whatever's easy, whatever it doesn't get you out of your comfort zone. That's the choice I've been choosing for the longest time. Just choosing comfort. But then there's the opposite, right? The opposite being, let me just chase, achievements. Let me chase just completing things. I want to just do stuff. And to a certain extent, that can work, right? That can get you someplace. And it can be fulfilling, too. Depending on what you do, right? But a lot of times when we just chase that achievement, we just kind of go for stuff like money, right? And, money's the root of all evil. So I'm just saying, we go towards these achievements, and a lot of times we don't even get them. Like I mentioned in my video about, trying to not put your faith in the outcome, right? Of like the outcome of a specific decision, or just because you want a certain thing to happen, when you don't get it, if you put your everything into it, then it's just gonna make you feel horrible, right? But I want to say that it all boils down to what you put your value in life, And I made that video, actually two videos based on what you put your value into. But I felt like after I made the second video, it was cool, but I feel like I didn't really get to the point. I never really got there. It seemed like an open-ended ending, in my opinion. And I feel like it can be concluded with this. The world is a sinking ship, as I've said in my last video, actually. The world is a sinking ship. It's got evil run amok, right? And the world is waiting and just as a ticking clock until death, right? Again, these are just same talking points as the last video, but hear me out. The world is dying, right? We understand this. We understand this. But guess what? That doesn't mean you have to die too. And that doesn't mean that the people around you have to die too. Imagine if, in this perfect viewpoint, in this perfect place, imagine if everyone was able to live. Of course, sadly, that, based on the scriptures, isn't going to be the case. But we can at least have hope that as many people as possible will be able to live. And going back to the world being, not good or whatever, it's actually more so in the fact that the world is so not only evil, but it's irrelevant to put your mind on. When you put your mind on the world, we'll be getting back into previous talking points out the galore. When you put your mind on the world, then what you do within the world, going towards worldly goals, having comfort, having the most, and maybe not having comfort, but having the most achievements, whatever it is, those really matter to you. But what you do within this world is not what's important. It doesn't matter how many people like you, or, how many accolades you have, how fast you did this one thing or not. It doesn't matter, I was, it's interesting because it's actually mentioned in my previous, or actually it's on my other channel, if you haven't seen it. It's on my other channel, and it's linked on my current channel, this one. But it's on my other channel, my gaming channel. What I actually talk about, it's like a video that says rank doesn't matter or something. And the thing is, in that video, it's an interesting thing because I talk about this exact topic, how when you put your mind on those things of the world, it just, get on a certain outcome. It just doesn't get you anywhere. Really. I mean, it doesn't really do anything for you. It was a game where in that game, there's a specific rank system. And when you get a high rank, you get literally just a PNG that goes below your name while playing the game. You get a PNG that says you're good or something. So that's what you get. And then I also thought about this too. When you lose in that game, all that really happens is the pixels of the character, the pixels on the screen show your character losing, and you lose on the screen. That means literally nothing. Now, if I get literally shot in the leg, my leg is shot. Okay? I might not even be able to use it depending on what more happened to it, where I was shot. But I'm letting you know. Here's the case. When you get that you lose just text on the screen, it's the exact same as you pulling up an image. If I pulled up an image right here saying you lose, it's the exact same. It's the exact same. But my point on that is, when people were playing that game, they put so much, and even I did put so much, just emotions and everything. Fireworks in the back. Emotions into that specific thing. It meant everything to them. That PNG meant everything. That you win on the screen meant everything. When you can just go to Google, pull up an image saying you win, and it has the exact same effect. It's the same thing. Because that's what you care about. You care about having a you win on the screen. You don't care about being better at the game, or having some fun, because you're trying to have fun playing a game. No, you care about that. You win on the screen. That's all you care about. And that's to say, we care so much about, for example, being the best. Because I thought so much about, and it stopped me from making so many videos, because you think about what someone's going to think. What is this? What is that? What is that? You think about what people are going to think, or what the algorithm thinks. Imagine this. The algorithm, YouTube, just the algorithm stops people from being their creative selves, from being truly them, because they're too afraid to just upload what they want to upload, because they have to fit a quota, an image that maybe people have of them, or that YouTube has of them. They have to fit an image. They can't upload on their channel like past me would have said, on this channel I can only upload this type of video and I can't upload any other ones, right? I can't upload any other ones. But if I want to, I can. It doesn't matter what video. I can upload a random gaming video on this channel if I wanted to. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters and the reason people care about this is because they want that reward of getting the subscribers and the money and the fame that comes with it and the attention and the praise. That's what they want. But when you don't care about that, when you don't care, not a single bit about any of that, you don't care about the money, how much money you get, you don't care about the praise, you don't care about how much people like you, the adoration, the fame, the comfort. When you don't care about those things, even the accolades, oh, look what I did. When you don't care about that, it all becomes very, very clear. Very, very clear that, wait a second, these things are so irrelevant. Why did I even care about them in the first place? But then you remember, wait a second, I have a daughter that cares for me and that wants to be taken care of, needs to be taken care of, and I'm the one who's taking care of them. I'm responsible. I have a son that I need to take care of. I have people in my life that I need to take care of. I have myself that I have to take care of. And isn't that more important than, being adored by everyone? And here's another thing. Imagine you're so scared to help someone. You're so scared to help people because you have to go out of your way. Because it's embarrassing or something. And I'll go back to what I was saying about me, acting or whatever. At least I think that was where I was going to go with that. I don't know if I even said it yet, but either way, if I'm trying to be, an actor, right? And I'm coming at it like, okay, I'm going to be the best actor ever, right now. It's like, okay, no. Actually, there's this one thing, and I won't say his name, I won't shout him out, but there's this one guy who said this thing to me one time. He said, I don't know if it was scriptural when he said it, but he was a man of God, so maybe, I don't know. It seems pretty good advice. I'll just say it. You do the research for yourself if it's scriptural or not. I don't know. But he said, when you do things, you're meant to do them to the glory of God, but that doesn't mean that you have to be the best at what you're doing. Because he said, hey, do you know how to play guitar? And I said, yeah, I know how to play guitar. Or, somewhat, I guess. I can play a couple of chords. I can't really play much. He said, okay, that's fine. I said, well, I'm not trying to do it right now. But it's like, okay, that's fine. You don't want to do it, fine. But let's get this under control. You don't have to be the best. I think I said some other things I wanted to do in general, too. He said, okay, whatever you're doing, whatever you're going to do, you don't have to be the best at that. Like, what made you think that you had to be the best? So if you wanted to play guitar, you don't got to be the best guitar player. What? Who said you had to be? Who said you had to be? Did God say that? Only one who said that is people maybe around you that said that. Or you just thought so. Or that's what how society was set up. But who said you had to be the best? Sure, it'd be good to be better. But if you're not good right now, okay? It's like, you're not good right now. Okay, practice. Maybe practice to get better. But if you're like, okay, someone's like, play for me. And you're like, okay, I'm not very good. Play what you know. Play what you know. You know what I mean? Play what you know. Do your best. Maybe you just gotta wing it. Maybe you don't really know much about it. Someone says play piano and you don't know how to do none of that. Like, oh, I'll just wing it, do something. Probably will sound trash. But try it. Why not? Maybe learn something in the process. And that really stuck with me, that he just came at me with, okay, and I was like, yeah, I get it, because I kind of understood that, but I didn't really get it in my brain. Because I understood it at a surface level, but I didn't really get it in my brain. But it came up again, because he really said, when I was like, okay, I don't want to play guitar, I'm not even that good at it, he said, who cares, bro? Who cares? He didn't say it in the way I'm saying it, I'm just kind of saying my own way. He said, who cares if you're the best? You're supposed to be doing things to the glory of God. You're not supposed to be the best. You're not told to be the best. You're just told to do it to the glory of God. And I'm sure, like, you clanging on a cymbal and some person who's really good at clanging on cymbals, I'm sure God will look at both of them and be like, well, as long as they're both, being happy clanging their cymbals, and Maybe they're praising me in a song with it or something. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't care if you're good at that, you know? Maybe you're making a song and you're singing. Your singing is horrible, but your lyrics are saying, "Oh, praise the God." Like, he'll be like, "Hey, oh, well, at least you ain't saying like smoke drugs and go ahead and go kill people." Like, the car's going crazy. You done, bro? But anyways, I was trying to interrupt. But that's the thing, man. Like, God don't care if you're the best at everything you do, right? Because we all think like, oh, whenever we try something new, and I've actually thought this. Whenever I try something new, I'm like, okay, I have to be the best at this thing now. And I don't mean I have to be the best at it, like in general, but not only do I have to be the best at, which is actually to be the best at certain things, and actually just things in general, is very hard to do. But I didn't just say that. I said, well, I need to be the best now. Like, now. That's so unrealistic, and a lot of us do that, where we start a new project or a new skill or whatever, or we start a new class that we're going to be learning something in, and we think we must be really good at it from the start. Like, no, why do you think there's a class for things? Why do you think classes exist? Because you're supposed to learn. You're supposed to learn. Where do we come from this perspective that we have to rush everything? That we have to rush everything? I mean, it's just dumb. Here's another thing I was saying. You see people moving and doing things. They're going about with their lives. They're going about and doing things every day, and they're going to their jobs and doing stuff, and that's cool. But a lot of them, when you look at them, you can notice a lot of them are just kind of in a rat race. They're just kind of doing stuff. They don't really know what they're doing. They don't know the purpose behind what they're doing. They're just going to work, doing whatever, doing their stuff. Cool. But you can come with a perspective of, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not just going to go the rat race and do whatever just to get another buck, just to get some money and do whatever, You got to care about the people. And this is what I mean. In juxtaposition. I'm not using that word. But, the viewpoint of, I'm going to care so much about what the world thinks and what I can do within the world, what I can accomplish within the world, all this stuff. Like I said, how good I can be at something. Like, let me be really good at acting. I'm like, oh, let me be a really good actor. I'll look at other actors. And I'll be like, look at them. They're so good. Bro, they've been acting for years. Decades even. Why do you think you're just going to be amazing when you ain't even started for 1 minute? I'm like, oh, I can't sing. Oh, no, I'm not a good singer. Some people are more gifted in singing, but in general, people learn to sing, and they've been learning to sing longer than you have even been alive. They've been singing professionally longer than you've been alive. You're trying to be better than them, okay? So stop. They've been learning for decades. They've been on that, bro. And you're like, oh, but I'm not good enough for singing. What? It's just stupid. So that's something I'll say. It's just stupid. Stupid mindset. But yeah, what do you need to care about more? I say you need to care about humans. People. The people matter. And when you really do that, it gets rid of stuff like, for example, lust. Lust comes from wanting that pleasure. Because you want it. You want it so bad that you're going to devalue a human to get there. You see what sin does to you? You love that lust, that sin. You love lust so much that you're going to devalue a human created in the image of God just so you can get off. Do you understand that? That is just not right. It's just not. Value the humans more, and that will actually get rid of lust. You will start looking at people who look good, and you're going to be like, oh, that's a human made in the image of God. Oh, interesting. Huh. Maybe be like, oh, they're pretty cool. Maybe you'll... Actually, this is actually kind of not even maybe, but this will be the natural progression, and it is, you will stop caring so much about those looks, because you'll realize that the looks will fade, but their soul, hey, that ain't fading, bro. The personhood, that ain't fading, bro. The personhood ain't fading. Them, who they are, they ain't fading, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's them. You gotta think about their personality, who they are as a person. And that should be what matters more than, you know, how they look. And it will start mattering more than how they look, because you'll have your mindset be shifted by that mindset shift that you're already going into with everything else. When you stop caring about the world, when you stop caring about the world, your mind will start narrowing and focusing directly on, okay, humans, people, created in the image of God, they're fallen, they need help. Okay, you have such a focus and a point and a purpose, because there's no purpose when you're just trying to get a bunch of bank. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a bunch of bands. You know what I mean? Trying to get your paper up, get your dough up. That's no purpose in that. Because you can die any of these days. Literally any of these days. Any day. And that paper will have meant nothing. It's just a piece of paper that came out of a tree. Okay, it used to be a tree. There's a bunch of them probably in front of you right now. You know what I'm saying? Within 5 feet. You know what I'm saying? So, within 10, 20 feet even. Okay? Like, I'm just saying, bro. It's just crazy that it's something that we really got to understand. And then another thing I'll touch on here. And I'm sure there's maybe some stuff I'm missing on what I was trying to talk about. If so, I'll just say it in another video. I mean, why not? But, oh, here it is. Based on what I was talking about on what you should be valuing, when you value the world, it's like I said before, you're so focused on, can I make the perfect content in this perfect way that fits people perfectly? And I'll make these videos, right? I'll make these videos right here, and I feel like, okay, these are good videos, but this is the only thing I can upload. But no, there are other videos you can upload. But you will find out what videos to upload when your focus is right. Well, my focus is on, okay, my videos. What can they do for people? Maybe they can entertain them. Wait, full stop. If they entertain them, then that means that they are going to have a good time with my videos and come out of the video possibly feeling better. But also, add this on, what if I can not only entertain them, but teach them something? Then they can come out of the video entertained and they've learned something along the way. But maybe you can even triple up and inspire them by the end. And that is exactly what my videos that I've been experimenting on my other channel have been doing. I just haven't found out a way to do it on this channel, right? I just haven't found a way to do that. So that's what I'm working on, is trying to find a way to do that on this channel. But when those videos come out, they're not going to look like these. They're not going to look like these. And they might even include certain aspects of those that are not everything. Maybe it doesn't have the inspiring aspect. Maybe it's just information and entertainment. Maybe it's just information. Maybe it's just an entertainment. This one's, for example, actually this one's information and inspiring. Sometimes it's just that mix. Sometimes it's just entertainment. Sometimes, usually inspiring comes with something else, so it's going to be inspiring and something else. But either way, sometimes that just has a mix. But the point is that you include one of them, right? And like I said, you can be bad at things, man. You can be bad at things, you know. I can come in and like, let me do my whole voice acting. Oh, do my whole voice acting thing, bro. Do my whole acting on camera thing and be like a weirdo. And then I come in, and then I get in the comments, you say, bro, can you shut up? I don't want to hear you speak. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. You look stupid. I'm mad at you because you're stupid. You pissing me off by how stupid you are. Shut up. And then when those comments come in, I can have two reactions. I can be like, oh no, maybe I should stop trying to do the thing that I like to do. Or I can be like, okay, I'll just keep going. You know what I mean? Because it's what you like to do. You know, I like doing stupid voices and acting and being like, whoa, making stupid faces just because. I like having fun on camera and just do whatever. I like doing that, right? It's just fun. And it's like, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You be having fun and that's it, bro. And I think that matters more than if some rando on the internet thinks like, oh, hey, I don't like you. I don't like how you look or something. I don't know. It's like, it's whatever, bro. Like, you got to come in with that perspective. You know, you think about the people who have all those accolades that you don't have. who are getting those views that you don't have, that have all these things that you don't have. And you can be very easily, feeling horrible about yourself. But what are they really gaining that you can't gain? Like, as in, like, what is they gaining? What are they gaining that matters that you can't gain? If they're gaining the love of God, well, guess what? They're not gaining anything. He loved them from the start. Same for you. If they're gaining money, then it doesn't matter, so it's irrelevant. The only things that are mattering that they can gain, you already can also have. If it's the love of God, you already got it. If it's salvation, you can also gain the same thing. I mean, come on, bro. like, what about it, bro? So, what do I want to really say else in this video? I feel like there's this thing where the reason I made this video is because I found myself putting my efforts into things that didn't matter. I felt that. I felt myself becoming a husk. Because I felt like I was just either chasing pleasure or chasing the grind. And both didn't feel good. Chasing pleasure did not feel good because you chase pleasure and you get anything but at the end of the day, right? You end up with the exact opposite, pain. And then chasing the grind just gives you pain as well. It's the same outcome. They both give you pain. They both make you suffer. They both make you suffer at the end of the day. They both give you suffering. So, yeah. And there's a good middle ground. There's a good middle ground. You gotta find it. You gotta find that good middle ground. And you'll know when you get there. And I'll be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I'm still working through that. But all I do know right now is that those soul things by themselves, those soul pursuits, aren't good. So if you're worried about doing too much or doing too little, if you're worried about that, maybe do something different. Maybe wake up today and do something different. If you're too much into comfort, maybe try going out of your comfort zone. If you're too into grind and hardcore, maybe try resting for a moment. A brief respite, you know? You know what I'm saying? And here's this thing that I feel like I kind of started overcoming this hurdle that I was just talking about. Where I was like, I had this thing where I was like, I can't really start like auditioning on, different platforms or really putting myself out there, really. Or even trying anything to do with like acting or voice acting or anything, unless I'm good. But I said, you know what? I'm just going to practice. And I'm going to use this opportunity to go look for things to try to get myself out there anyways. And I felt good about that. Because I started actually just putting myself out there and just trying to learn, trying to get better, and get my name out there and all that. And I felt that worked because I didn't want to just stay there and be like, well, I need to get better, but then I don't do anything, So I basically just started. I basically just started going towards it. Going to put myself out there, getting started on the journey. And you'll have times in life where you're at a kind of like a still point. But sometimes what you really need, and what I sometimes really just need, is just something different. Something different. Something different. Change it up. Change it up. What do you usually do? Do something different. We get stuck in the same mundane lifestyles. We live the same way. We do the same thing every day. Do something different. Maybe this time, instead of scrolling away on TikTok all day, maybe this time, go do something. Not because, I'm going to go do something just so I can get a bunch of paper. It's like, I'm gonna go do something so I can eat. It's like, well, yeah, of course you're going to do something to eat. Like, obviously, that's just a thing you're going to have to do anyways. But I'm not talking about, like, the things you got to do, right? What I'm talking about is something that you don't have to do, but you choose to do. But you choose to do. And that could be anything as small as, you don't usually brush your teeth, but today you're going to brush your teeth. And it can be as big as I'm going to go donate to a homeless shelter. I'm going to donate thousands of dollars out of my paycheck, all right? It could be even something as crazy as that. I ain't even done that. But it could be something as big as that. Donating a bunch of money just to say, I don't care about that money like that. I'm going to go ahead and give it away. So, yeah, man. Just, aside from changing your mindset, aside from getting out of the way and doing different stuff, change your mindset. Truly change it. Every day. Renew your mind every day. Choose today who you'll serve. This world or God. And what does serving God do? What does serving God do? It gives you life. It gives you purpose. It gives it a point. Because let's get this understood. At the end of the day, against all of this gibberish that the world speaks, and it's loud. Ooh, it's loud. The world is very loud. Against all of that, there's all these things that vie for your attention. There's one thing in the stillness. There is the still presence of God within it all. And that still presence says the exact opposite of what the world is saying at that moment. Not only that, that presence, that still presence, is the thing that will get you through. It is the thing. It's that thing. When you're over here worried, over here anxietied out, not knowing what to do next, that's the answer. Look for it. Look for the still voice. Not just the still voice, but the still presence. The presence that speaks the exact opposite of what the world speaks. The exact opposite. The exact opposite. The voice, the presence that gives life. Take that with you. Take that message. And stay tuned for my next video whenever it comes. Or maybe not, because who knows what the future holds, right? So if you see another video from me, I don't know, do what you will. Don't know if it'll be a video like this, or another video, or no video at all. I don't really know. And for when, I also don't know that either. Because I don't really know any of that. But you know what I'm doing every day? I'm trying to do my best. You know, we struggle out here. We struggle. We really do. I see you too. You be struggling too. But stick together. Care about the people. As I've said. They matter. They matter. Care about the people. Not the world. Not what other people think. Care about the people. Funny enough, caring about people, it's actually different than caring about what people think. It gets rid of social anxiety, actually, funnily enough. When you don't care about what they think, but you actually care about them, because you know that you have to do certain things. And you have to say certain things. And you're willing to say them regardless of what people think. And do them regardless of what people think. Because you know that that's not what matters. It actually just matters that you put your head up. You know, imagine you're spreading the gospel. You could either not spread it because people will think horribly about you, or you can walk up, take the weird looks, and just spread it. And say what you gotta say. Just saying. But that's what I gotta say. And it's probably gonna be 4th of July, so we're gonna keep doing fireworks for the whole month. So, hooray! See ya.